December 12th is the day Karen Bass is expected to take over as LA mayor.
That doesn't give her much time to form a team. In a letter last week, Bass invited all staffers in outgoing Mayor Eric Garcetti's administration to remain in their jobs through April. She added that in the coming months, current employees could interview for permanent jobs in her administration.
Okay, so what should we make of that blanket invitation? To discuss this, we are joined by our good friend here, John Rigardi of LA Magazine. John, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, let's talk about this blanket invitation. She wants to affect change. Is this the way to go about that? Is this an unprecedented move?
This is absolutely unusual, Marla. I know there's a lot of people doing some head scratching now. The Karen Bass administration has said, hey, timing has been really short. It took a while until votes were counted. But then the counter of that is, well, you kind of knew you were probably going to win. You could walk and chew gum at the same time and begin to install your transition team. But look, this is only going to be the very beginning, and she's going to have at least 4 years. Within a few months, we probably won't even be thinking of this. But yeah, it is odd to start this way.
Well, and the interesting thing about Eric Garcetti is that, a lot of his top varsity staffers, if you will, left a while ago because they thought he was going to India. And they never went to India, but they had other jobs lined up. Can you talk about, who's left in the Garcetti administration and kind of the quality of some of those folks, maybe?
Well, there's not that many people left. As you indicated, many departed when they thought he was going to go to India. Others, just knowing that his term was ending, have gone on looking for greener pastures. It's really a skeleton staff over there. Now, you still have, certain, department heads who he's brought in who know how to run the ship. But the thing is, at the end of any political tenure, whether mayor, whether a city council members, you are pretty much down to this skeleton staff. So, it's not the full crew that Karen Bass is going to start with, for sure.
Okay, so she also named her chief of staff. And Alex, I want you to step in here because between you and John, you two know City Hall. You see this name, Chris Thompson is his name. He has a whole lot of Washington political experience, not necessarily City Hall, LA City Hall experience. So what do you make of that, John? Have you heard of this guy?
I had not heard the name Chris Thompson until I saw the press release this morning. And some other people I spoke with, they'd not heard. But then I started hearing from people who said, hey, he's going to be a good choice. He's a good manager. He understands things. But City Hall is a strange place. It is a hard place to get to know. And an incoming mayor who has not been working in the building really does need someone who has spent time in there and knows how the building works. Maybe that's part of why Eric Garcetti's staff is being kept on. Maybe they are anticipated to be conduits for this new administration.
And he is somebody who had a lot of experience working in Washington, worked in the office of Dianne Feinstein, worked in the office of a congressman, but does not have that City Hall experience that you talked about. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. As the criticism of Bass by some Caruso supporters was, would she be Eric Garcetti 2.0? And some of them are saying now, well, kind of looks like it, but we'll see what happens in the weeks and months ahead. John Rigardi, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Marla.
Thanks, John.